What's going on with you? Up like gotta be at work. Crazy. Mm. Feeling better from last night. Put replays on. Had to take a day. Back next week though. Just got through doing my prayer. Do normally. Um, First thing I do, and I do wake up now on the weekends. I always pray for anybody out here getting home from work in danger or just seeking God's help for any reason. So I've been come across other people saying sometimes God get you up, you might need you to pray for somebody. As I get up, I'm like, okay, it's it's about 5 o'clock. No, it's not. What the? Okay, do my normal thing, but I do feel better because that was terrible. Be careful what you eat. That's all I'm telling you. Be careful what you eat. Dealing with food poisoning, it's gotten better. Getting a lot out of cleansing my body, but shit ain't that stuff at work. Never again. Got my road dog. Show the world, Nico. You just want to be seen. We got stalking laws, man. You will sleep over there in the corner somewhere. Hope everybody night was cool. Made it home safely. Seeing what's going on in the social media streets. These conversations. I feel like I do gotta finish the Jelly Lounge radio show. Post that on Spotify. Do video edits. Do it later. Man. Sitting there grateful. And I've been thinking too about, man, last year around this time, you weren't feeling right. Had worked for a hot second. One of the worst experiences ever. Terrible experience. Then that's when I just started getting sick and being stupid. Should have went straight to a hospital to see what's going on with me. Instead of doing self-medication. I will say if you find yourself drinking a lot of fluids, you might be dehydrated, your sugar might be really high. Don't do what I did. I sat up like, man, it wasn't funny then, but looking back on it now, because I'm like, dang, you was in the hospital first week of March last year. You should have been dead. Sugar was, damn, what was that score again? I think it was it 800 something? It was some crazy number where I looked it up. I was probably going to a sugar coma when my brother-in-law and sister came in. I was banging on a dose of her. They woke me up. They took me to the hospital, and that led to me getting checked out. No, I think it was 890. I think. Probably to go back to one of my shows, I talked about it. I think I wrote it down somewhere. I think it was 890 at the time. A1C was 15.4. I know when I was finally got to the back and they were telling my sister the stuff, I ain't know much about this. She had nurse, all the medical terminology, but I could tell these numbers ain't good. But in the self-medicating, I was buying a lot of oranges, water, Gatorade, pop. For some reason, I had unquenchable thirst. I know. I was foolish and stupid. Go to the hospital, Jeff. Nah, I got it. I ain't that bad off. And I was been thinking about that lately, like, wow. At the end of this time, he was working and he was getting sick. I don't know what it was about that building. But every day it was bad. I'm pretty sure if I run across some of the people I was in training with, they would probably say, okay, I'm glad you're better, because out of nowhere, you just wasn't right. I thought someone was in the building. But you not realize you're depressed. And with unemployment I was getting, not cooking, meal prepping like I do now, just buying or DoorDash and all the junk food. That's what now I affectionately say, I'm the president of the Junk Food Slut Anonymous, because I was slutting with all the junk food. Churches, Burger King, all of it. Little Caesar, that was like my go-to. That was my mission. I was always getting hunter ready. Not really working out, just existing. Applying for jobs, getting told no, and looking back on that now, them no's was what started getting me depressed. Like, dang, man, I'm actually trying. I got a degree in management. I should be back on my feet like, wow, let's get it. And it wasn't happening like that. God was pulling at me a little bit to come back home and lock in with him, but I had been, at that point in time, I'm Dad was past to believe in God, look out for you, but I've been self-sufficient since I was 15. Never really thinking that God provided all those years. I'm like, okay, you do the things you need to do, and then natural, you good. So I was that with it. And I had to go through that to get my mind right, get rebranded, relocked in, refocused. And I just started noticing, like, yeah, because even with this, it started making me think about, he was in the hospital first week of March. And I never say this for shock value or anything like that, but I know my sugar was 890, A1C 15.4. Last time I went, got it down to 6.2. So I looked it up, like, you should be dead or in a sugar coma. So I know God spared me. That's why I ain't gonna waste this opportunity. So I'm saying, play people, like I just read, we probably talk about it on ground floor again. A wide receiver, 25, saying he may have took himself out. And either people just dying before they 50 or whatever mental stuff they dealing with and maybe not telling nobody, taking themselves out. I'm like, dang. And it's unfortunate. It's like this person took himself out. Or you just see like this person, what? Like Eric Dane, he just recently passed, a great actor. He was dope as the commander on the last ship. Had AOS and just recently passed. He was, I think, 52. Prayers for his family. I'm like, dang. People, they checking up out of here. That's like really the first time I'm sitting here and don't feel discomfort in my stomach. Thank God. But it has triggered to think about that last year. You was, I mean, you died at birth, the umbilical cord around your neck 3 times. Died for 5 minutes, God brought you back. So I always figured, man, something I'm supposed to do, or why'd he spare me? You self-inflict the wounds, because if you lose a job or have a loss, family, anything, if you need to, go talk to somebody. Because it could affect you if you stop doing some of the things you normally would do. And hopefully your people watch you where they might tap in with you like you good, because it was a lively person, and then this event happened, and now you kind of recluse. Get checked out. Because you can be depressed and ain't realize it. Like, I ain't realize it. Looking back on it now, other side of all that, like, yeah, you was going through the motion, but yeah, every time you gotta, we moving in a different direction. That depression was, at that time that I've been delivered from, it was safe more. Like, oof, what the world? But so what had reminded me of this, like, but you always say God got you, right? And I'm a living testament. God supplied all my needs. My 20 Blazer got repoed, and that cut my finances and bills in half. Got an older vehicle, got that running now. Thankful. Like, he moved a lot of stuff where I wouldn't have me locked in on, man, as long as I got God, I'm all right. It's going to get better. And it has. I take every moment of the day, opportunity grateful, because somebody in far worse condition I'm in. Far worse. I know people dealing with health stuff now. Pray for them. Be for them anywhere I can, because adversity come in different forms. And some people that lost one, they still grieving. Try to check in on them. And it's not that I'm no grief guru or nothing like that. But I know it's something I try to do that I really didn't have. When I look back on when my dad died when I was 12, music was my fortress of solitude. Me and my cousin, my homeboy, they would tap in. But when ain't nobody there, music is where I retreated to. So I try to be there for people I know that are still grieving with a loss. Because it would have been cool if I had music, thankfully. More of that self sufficient stuff, but it would have been cool if it was someone I could talk to at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I just play some music or write a song. And then it became as I got older, I could drive. I would go to his gravesite. Really had some on my mind 2 o'clock in the morning. Talk to my dad. And if you ain't ever experienced it, I pray you don't have to deal with loss, but it's peaceful for you. It's like you download everything when I would go up there. But it's cool if you got that person you can truly be vulnerable and just download what you really think and what you're really feeling. And there's no judgment. They there for you. A lot of people ain't got that. I've learned over time. So I try to be that ear. More like being like my dad as a pastor. Not even thinking about it. I was not trying to do none of that stuff, boy. But hey, be a blessing. You'll be blessed. Leaders lead. So definitely, sun was shining in the morning. Whatever. If you up, I woke up. But if you woke up because you really got something in your mind, God got you. You got angels assigned to you that'll protect you as long as you speak words to cover you. Or someone's already praying for you to be covered. Sun will shine in the morning. I know it seems dark, but you're going to be all right. Help is on the way. Trust me. them moments, 3 in the morning where when you got doubt about what you're dealing with, devil will talk to you. And that might be his best Matlock court performance of, see, God say this, but look at all this you're dealing with. Where he at? Fake news. Because some of that stuff you might need to go through to mold you for where God going to take you so you can dominate and be awesome. Be a blessing to others. I mean, your story, it's not all bad, it's all good. It's all what needs to take place for you to be the person for what's next. I mean, take me. Because my life is a living example now on this journey. Before graduated, we had extended school year crap, July of 96 instead of June of 96. I had been to at least 9 or 10 funerals before I turned 17 in November 2nd, 95. First part of senior year. Then I'm knowing people now that are starting to experience loss that never experienced multiple relatives dying that they were close to. So unfortunately, through those, a lot of those were some murders. That's why I didn't care for the Boys in the Hood. Great movies, talk about stuff. I was living through it. So I didn't care to watch that because it was triggering of people I knew that happened to. And I saw the aftermath or got the phone call, so-and-so got murdered at this party or this. Now we at the funeral, we at the repast, seeing the family go. So yeah, everybody else like Juice and all them movies, like, yeah, I'm not watching that because I just experienced it. But having those experiences, how to deal with grief, I could be there for others right now. Because it's a shock to the system. It's definitely a shock. No, it's better if they just go old and peaceful, but any disease or violence, and if they ain't found the person yet who done it, that'll fuck with you. Then the new normal kicks in. Yeah. So I know back 91, our father died. Oh yeah, that first day going back to seventh grade was dreadful. Because everybody trying to look out. You know, we're sorry for your loss. And people that might try to cap on you because that's what they would do in class. Everybody get a turn and all that. And you trying to be, understand that they trying to be helpful, but you don't want to talk to nobody. And it took a while to realize I started having an anger at God. Some of my people, my cousin, them, they was really in church and we would talk. And at that point in time, you ain't feeling that. Like, meantime, you got people raping, killing, selling drugs, nail lab. My family jacked up because my dad gone. I got to figure out manhood on my own. I want to punch that dude in his face. How is this a blessing? I wasn't trying to see the big picture. Right? Nah, dude. I got to figure this out on my own because this wrecked my family. Mm-mm. Then for a while, you just get that, dang, it's dad. Everybody try to tiptoe around you, and you don't want to, as they say now, crash out. Go back to normal. I'll be all right. You just got to be chill. Like, they trying to be helpful, trying to stay out the way. They mean no harm, you know. And even some people I know who dealing with a loss. They, I be like, they. So I guess that's steps of the grieving process because they feeling like a feeling where, just kind of leave me alone for a minute. Let me get my bearings. So I get it. And I just try to be a listener. And sometimes that's all you might need to do for some people really cool with dealing with loss. They know you there, need prayer, just want to listen, talk shit, crack a joke. I can't drink Crown with you no more. I'm on a health journey. But I get my lemon water with ice, and you would think I'm drinking some Crown with you. I got a bottle in there, but I ain't touching it. And even now, my co-host, my brother Rome, I'm amazed some of these videos this dude be sending me like for topics for ground floor. Like, this really going on? And then, everybody got cameras at the barbershop early Saturday. Like, you gotta be careful trying to do dirt out here because everybody got a camera. Some might, like this one video, I don't know if this dude girl or wife, but she pregnant and she go to the clinic, get checked out, and see him and there with another female that's pregnant. So she crashing out. He's saying, well, that ain't my baby. Like, okay. Oh, who knows? Because she crashing out like y'all mean something to each other. To where they get outside, she hit him over the head with a bottle. And I'm like, crashing out was tough in 25. Like, we just 2 months in 26. We ain't even March yet. And there's so many different videos of people pressure, adversity. People ain't handling it well. Like, whoa. Like, ooh, so we definitely probably did another episode about crashing out because mental health is real. And in the world we live in now where everything's on a 24-hour cycle, it's a lot coming at you fast and furious like the movie franchise. But you got to find your center. If he or she, whatever situation we're in, ain't loving or rocking with you like they should, then you need to walk away maybe. If you having to run across them and they dirt, don't put yourself in penitentiary situations. Like that's on film. Like so, you press charges, you get going to jail. You got a court case to deal with. And the fact he was there with the other female that was pregnant, he chose. Unfortunately, he'd rather be that family situation with her. And it wasn't no her crashing out. He like, baby, I mean, just saying what I want no more. I'm sorry. I'm be there for the kid, or we get a DNA test, make sure it's my kid. But he like, what you doing here? Like, she had a clinic, brother. And then get the baby checked out. And she just crashed it out. Like, wow. And it's gonna come to light whatever dirt you're doing. You might have a time for a while, but God will tap that button. It's time for you to deal with these consequences. Become better. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Man, a lot going on. But it all will get better. It's just my thoughts. 3, 4 something in the morning now. Well, I did fall asleep watching that Percy Jackson Part 2 movie. I finished it. Yeah, sitting there reflecting. Like, wow, God is good. A lot you've been through, still here. Most of your people still here, dealing with stuff, but they working through it. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm definitely amazed that I embraced the journey. Because doing anything like a pastor, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like we used to do something back in high school, come here, mm-mm. That's how I felt about this thing, like, mm-mm. I'm good. I ain't trying to be Reverend Home Edwards Jr. Mm-mm. That was Dad's hookup. People knocking at the door at midnight. He going to his basement. He had an office. He had church at the house, praying for people. And I'm like, what they doing over this late? My mom like, boy, shut up. He worked for God. When people need help, so he help them. Like, but it's midnight. I was that too smart kid. Don't keep them thoughts to myself. Probably a lot of times I got whooped because Jeff just shut up. But it's midnight. It's bedtime. Why are they over here? And I was calling my dad Red. She like, boy, you don't go back to bed, be quiet. Like, you gonna do it one day, like, I think I did a face like that too. She said, man, knocking at my door no 12 midnight talking about I need help. You better leave me alone. And we ain't talked about it in a while. We talked about last year when I was laid off. Like, I found myself finding it was like, I knew you would. When God put his hand on you, you gonna do it. Like, man, I thought I was the Flash. I can outrun it. Mm-mm. But, I mean, I got Captain America, my homeboy. Saw this at the store and got it for me. So you can see it. I'm like, yeah, you pretty much more identify with Cap. He believe in no one should be in darkness. If you can help him, help him. So I know, totally trying to psych yourself out. Like, how Captain America or Superman, a personality you gravitate to, but you don't want to help people all the time? Come on, that don't even add up, man. Yeah, I remember when MySpace was the social media spot. They had a superhero and villain test, and you put on your wall. And I did mine, and they said I was Superman. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Then I did the villain, and it couldn't be some normal villain. I'm homeboy was Lex Luthor. Like, yep, that's your personality. Or a Red Skull or someone. Like, nah. Mine was Apocalypse. Him and Thanos are similar, but that's they DC version of Thanos, in my opinion. And when I told my boy, like, well, I'm going to your page and see what yours was. He like, Superman, yeah, that's you. You pass the guy, you save the world and all that. And then he scrolled down and saw Apocalypse, and it's like a eruption came out. Damn it, that's you. That's exactly who your ass is. When you ain't saving people, you say F everybody. Like, you ain't gotta be so animated about it, dude. Wait a minute. I mean, I'm grabbing imaginary pearls. I'm not that bad. Like, Jeff, your personality, you say you ain't got no middle ground, which later will become the name of the franchise shows. You either gonna save the world or you burn to the ground. Is that what you say? I'm feeling bad. Like, yeah, I do say that. This what, 07, 08? Like, nah, but you say it all the time. And you will get a shirt off your back to help someone. But when they finally crush you, you will burn the house down and throw their ass in it. I'm like, damn. I've said that. Like, yep, that's your Apocalypse. That is you. I'm like, damn. And I answered the question honestly. Like, I thought some of my brother, like, yeah. Well, what you shot at your homeboy? You believe the words came out your mouth. Like, yeah, I'm a little besmirched right now. He started laughing like, yeah, you Superman and Captain America, but yeah, you Apocalypse Thanos. You'll help the world or you'll destroy it. Now, as you get older, your tolerance for bullshit has become more, but you as a younger person, Scorpio, yeah, you cuss a lot of people out when they got on your nerve. I'm like, damn, I guess people been observing me. Now, being 47, like, if it ain't about the brand or family, money, opportunity, you harm someone, I don't like to argue. That's waste energy. I could be writing down the idea for something. But if you keep taking it there, I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. If you just animate on that's the path you're on, you don't want to deter from it. Yeah, we'll take it there. That's the other day one of the funniest moments of personality traits we talked about. Like, yeah, dude, your ass. And he tried to make me that thing. He tried to make me feel bad about it. Like, I mean, God know the child he made. I like you, I don't. When I started going to church and saw in the Bible, yay or nay, God ain't got middle ground, so why should I? That changed it for me. You're Autobot, you're a Decepticon. Don't get mad at me because you showed me which one you are. Okay. Respect. You're a Decepticon. You're a dirtbag. Cool. Do that over there. I don't need that around me. You know? And I think MySpace still around. Then Black Planet was the social media site back then. Wayne State Underground Library, everybody mama was in there, damn near being late for class because they was on there gauging people. I'm like, what the hell is a Black Planet? Like, oh, talk to people. Okay, cool. I did love MySpace because that was more like a music page. And you used to see a lot of artists put their stuff out or give you a snippet. Like I remember when I started liking people that I admire or helped me get better at making music. And I looked up Maxwell. And I saw he got a new album, or a trilogy album coming out. I'm like, okay, he ain't made nothing in a minute. And it had the whole description, okay. Black Summer's Night is gonna be a trilogy album. This one come first. It's gonna be from '08, '09, and 10. Then Summer will come out in 9, 10, Night will come out in 2010. And he had Pretty Wings on there. And when I listened to it, I was blown back like, man, shout out to Maxwell. Love to interview him. Like, he got live instrument band sound. He about to change the game because they don't really make live, they don't really use real instruments. Everybody was sampling around that time period. Like, oh, he gonna change the game with this. So I looked on iTunes, I bought it. And around this time, we would do our 4th of July parties at mom's crib or whatever. And I was the unpaid DJ. So I had a MacBook and a library of over 5,000 songs at the time. So I started coming up with playlists that'd be suitable for our age demographics. We outside, got the big speakers, we cooking, having a good time. And Pretty Wings came on. I'll never get it because that's the thing I love about making music. When people hear it, it resonates with them. And they're like, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, this new Maxwell, Pretty Wings. What? It sounds like a real, like, he did a live band when he made this. Like, he got a trilogy album series coming out next few years, but it's the first one. But yeah, you are the music dude. And for like the next 15 minutes, like, man, play that again. And then I named my big bro Don, shout out to him and his family. You could hear it, and it just sounded that good. Well, he came down like, when Maxwell dropped something new. Oh, he put us on his MySpace page. And I checked, it had just came out. Then like, man, I gotta get this. And he didn't drop the second album, I think until 2010. Because he was still touring and doing shows, and I would check him like, I'm trying to release Summer. Like, nope, people still loving this first one. Stop. We'll get to it. So within the last plus years, he finally got to release another two. But I'm like, that's powerful how he had a vision. But because at the time, people weren't using that live instrument sound, he was loving it. And now I can say in 26, I'm starting to notice that the old school are starting to show these new people how you make music. So I'll tell you, Riley interview recently. He working on some things to get back to music, because definitely, you look at stuff being put out, people in charge of these record companies ain't about the music. They're about trends that'll last for 2 seconds. But my mentors, Babyface, Lionel Richie, and all them great producers, music's supposed to be timeless. They should be able to listen to your music and it may make you remember something amazing or it be for a new amazing moment. It shouldn't be, who was that person that was out in 2015? Outside out of mind. I mean, as a musician, they're creative, but what they putting out could be better. I get you might just want to get your money, so you good and all that, but they should play your stuff 100 years from now. Like the party music we had in Detroit, late '90s. My homeboy found a DJ that got all them songs they used to listen to in the clubs, and I'm like, oh, someone they made this like, dang, I remember Get Your Jit On or Elevator or Chuck. I'm like, oh, wow, all this stuff. 'Cause we don't listen to rap songs back then. You guys had people just make music that would get you hype and you dancing in the clubs. They might say a few words, and that was the music in the club scene. Now it's rap songs. But you have, and guaranteed, and you in Detroit, 75, and you play the party. We just had DJs made mixed tapes, so we'll buy them. You play that at a barbecue, man, everybody gonna get up, start dancing. Then for the people that like the jit, they gonna start doing their thing with their music. But it should be timeless. And it should be something from either a personal experience or something you really thought about and you put into song or rap or both. There's no addition, Boy Smith and Tony Braxton was just here. I saw some clips on YouTube from, then it was in Baltimore for Valentine's weekend. And to sit and listen to these great artists do their songs. And they did Can't Stand the Rain. That dude let you know his voice range. I think he went for a minute just holding notes. Like, as one that was in music school as well and learned the foundation more theory, like, this was lacking now. And maybe people taking notes, like, okay, this is 24 major and minor scales. You should be able to make something out of that. Yeah, people now using Skynet, AI stuff to make it for them, but you should be able to be creative enough and make your own sound. It'd probably be dope as hell. There's an audience that want to hear it. Over 7 billion people on the planet. There's a lane for you. And it should sound good. I mean, Can't Stand the Rain came out late 80s. Almost 40-year-old song, but it still sounds good. Especially for R&B. R&B should sound like R&B. Everything ain't gotta be R&B hip hop. It could be an R&B ballad to have a chill night with your lady. Or your dude for females. Everything ain't gotta be get hype every second. Y'all can just chill, talk about life or y'all plans or whatever. We're gonna see how the rest of 26 start playing out if we start seeing R&B come back. A lot of old school acts are out and they showing you how it's done. There is a process. I study a lot of people I follow how they wrote songs. It tells a story. And the music gotta sounds good. And for someone that sucked at making their own music early on to now it sounds good, you'll figure it out. You will figure it out. But it's better than I'm just gonna keep sampling everybody's stuff. Now find your voice. Now, these are my thoughts this early in the morning. Figure out, watch something, doubt I'm gonna go back to sleep. I figure something to watch and then get back to work. Y'all be safe. Have a great Sunday. And nice grab my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with Jelly Network. They might start going on there and doing these type of moments. I'll see. I'll talk with y'all again.